Summer Spellman, Matilda Freeman, finds herself with her life at risk in Coronation Street as her desire to have a normal life sees her misusing her insulin and then risking a diabetic collapse as she downs the wine. And speaking of death, Gary Windus, Mikey North, is in a panic as Rick's body is found, leaving Kelly, Millie Gibson. Will he be forced to confess? And meanwhile, there's a court nightmare for Abby Franklin, Sally Carman, but can Imran Habib, Charlie D'Amelio, turn the fortunes round? Monday, March 28. Hell for Kel. Having seen the news on her phone, Kelly is horrified to learn the police are at County's new training ground searching for a body. Gary and Maria mask their panic. As the police find a body at the construction site, Kelly clings to the hope that her dad's still alive. However, Dee's Beckett confirms they've found Rick's body. Kelly breaks down, utterly bereft. Having had the all clear, a loved-up Tim and Sally get down to business, until Elaine bursts in. Tim asserts his mum's presence is affecting his performance and he's going to throw her out. With Faye struggling with her allergy to peanut, Craig asks Emma if she'll walk the dog. But when Beth bumps into Emma and John on a dog walk and introduces herself to John, Emma's frozen. When Beth reveals she met Emma's old school friend, Craig's suspicious. Craig confronts Emma, convinced she's secretly meeting John. Emma denies it and Craig hopes it's the truth, as it could jeopardize his return to the police. Phil tells Fizz that he can't afford the renovation on the house now he's lost his job. Fizz is further gutted when the estate agent reveals the sinkhole on the street is putting people off and she needs to drop the price. Heading off to see Abby, Imran promises Toya he'll be back soon to look at wedding venues. Toya reveals she has postponed the search as Abby's hearing is more important. Imran and Abby exchange guilty looks. Wednesday, March 30th. Court out. As Toya arrives at the courtroom to show her support, both Imran and Abby are awash with guilt. The local authority solicitor lists a host of reasons proving Abby to be an unfit mother and why Alfie should be taken into care. Imran pleads Abby's case, doing everything in his power to convince the judge that Abby has changed. Will the verdict go Abby's way? Later, Toya suggests to Imran that he has done all he can for Abby and it's time to step back and concentrate on Elsie's adoption hearing. Imran covers his turmoil, while Abby's furious. When Abby bans him from seeing Alfie, Imran declares he'll do whatever it takes, even if it means putting his name on the birth certificate. Is it time for Imran to come clean? Kelly confides in Maria how both her parents let her down and she's grateful to her and Gary. Gary reaches a decision and tells Maria he's going to confess to Rick's murder. Maria's horrified and begs Gary to reconsider, pointing out he'll destroy their family and Kelly's life. Tim tries but fails to break the news to Elaine that they'd like her to move out and instead, agrees to redecorate the spare room for her. Sally's fuming and tears a strip off Tim for failing to turf Elaine out. As she heads to Gina's, Tim swears he'll sort it. Craig's thrilled to receive an email confirming that he can return to the police force. John reveals to Emma that Ted left him £25,000 in his will and he's using the money to fund a new life in Australia. They agree to make the most of the time they have left together and book into a hotel. Billy confides in Todd that he's worried Summer is working too hard. Billy insists she takes a lunch break, but panicking at the thought of having to eat, Summer makes out she'll eat in her room while she works. Todd suggests to Summer she should have a night out with her mates but she's adamant that she has to revise more. Friday, April 1st. Tyrone's hopes fizzle out. When the estate agent reveals that he has lowered the price of number 9 on Tyrone's instruction, Fizz and Phil are taken aback. Fizz thanks Tyrone and says she and Phil are going to move into the new house sooner and start some of the jobs themselves. Tyrone's gutted to realize they'll be leaving so soon. In a bid to steer Sam away from chess, Nick reveals that he has booked him a trip to the Space Center but is baffled by his lack of interest. When Sam admits he has been playing chess behind his back with Roy, a furious Nick tackles Leanne. A loved-up Emma tells John she'll call in sick so they can spend the day together too, but she lies to Craig and Faye that she has spent the day with an old school friend. Imran tells a pleased Toya that he has set Abby up with a solicitor free of charge, before secretly heading off with Abby to register Alfie's birth. When Toya bumps into Abby carrying a package, Alfie's paperwork, and acting strangely, she assumes she is back on drugs and warns Kevin, who hunts for the package whilst Abby is making tea. He discovers the birth certificate stating Imran is the father. How will he react? Later, Toya and Imran sit down with the social worker to discuss adopting Elsie, but is Imran's world about to implode? Billy urges Summer to take a night off revision and rejoin her friends on a night out. Fed up with being the boring one, she knocks back the wine in the cafe. Amy, Nina and Asha worry about Summer's insulin levels, and it is obvious she is getting drunk before the night has even started as she snaps at them, determined to have a good time.